Hey, it's Everett's Live Music. I'm coming to you here on the 24th day of June, man. 2024. 6/24, 2024. That's a full house, isn't it? Anyway, hey, man. You know, the 4th of July will be coming soon. I just want to, get out a couple things and try to emphasize that what we do at this current time and in our history of humanity, I think is, less of what gives respect to what our forefathers had probably had in mind. As you debate and you decide that it's going to be a fight against one another, I can't even begin with that idea. Outside of the idea that it shouldn't really matter who's going to lead the country, but yet, there are certain qualities and interest that perhaps one candidate might tend to bring to the table. But we as a people are failing because we still see it as a fight. And we are led into this moment like that. And I kneel before nothing, I'll tell you right now, dude, outside of our children and our poor. I mean, come on. And don't get biblical on me or anything else. And there are some very big moments and perhaps subject matter that that's gonna determine your idea on what we do as a people. But just listen, man. We are failing because we still see life this way, and then we see it abroad around the globe, and whether we're gonna fund other people's battles in such manner. But I feel like we're kind of failing. I say this time and again because I really think so, but I know that, here comes the 4th of July, and I know, I think as we look at history and some of the best stuff that we know of, that isn't so caught up in some idea of a God or some other idea, but more on the humanity of our people. The best stuff that's been written, and I'm sure that a lot of artists will tell you this too, man, is when you had nothing. That's when some of the best stuff's been written. Because you really felt it. And you really lived it. So as we turn the pages and we move into the 4th of July and stuff, I just want to say, as a people, and we're going through this year of our next election, do not get caught up in it. Do not give yourself to it. Remember those words. Remind yourself some days. I'll release some music here coming up in the next couple weeks as I believe in it, man. And maybe I'm not the poster boy or whatever it might be, but man, if you really listen to some of the words written before, it doesn't really have a lot to do with religion and all this. It has to do with us as a people as being free and having equal opportunity. And some of this has really been kind of misconstrued and misdirected at times, and we are at where we are right now. And we're still fussing and fighting and bickering between one another, and this is kind of terrible. I think that's a big letdown for our people, that we fight so hard against one another and dare to mention words of another civil war or something. I won't get carried away. I have in messages before that. I let you know how I feel about it. But come on, man, really? Because it was decided and written so without prejudice and without the idea of anything else except for, man, we're gonna have a fair shake at this, each and every one of us, and not a world of endless expansion and all this other stuff and corporate profits. No, it was like an idea. And it's still alive, so that's coming up here soon, man. I want to throw that out there tonight. I wanted to express a couple of those ideas. I picked up a new word recently, genuflect, and I can't agree more. That's like the ability. I'm not kneeling before any of it. There's no God. There's no prophets. There's nothing I kneel before outside of the children of this planet that are coming and are poor, and those that don't have, those that find life so difficult. We have failed that. And instead we invest heavily financially, like on a mind-blowing scale, into war and more weapons and more guns and more bombs over and over and over and over again, man. And like a drug dealer, we're dealing it out at times from one nation to another. And like it or not, man, that's the reality of it. But we are coming up on 4th of July. I dare you to hit back, because I'll have some good stuff coming up here, man. It has to do about us being us, loving one another, and man, it's just the reality of what's happening and what's happened for so long. So I'm gonna cut this out today, right now. A quick one, but it's coming, the 4th of July, man, and remind ourselves a little bit, man, here and there, and like try to get past what we find is like such a difference in one another in our country here of the United States of America, the Cotusoa tribe, I'll call it, citizens of the United States of America. You can say that's, I don't really care how you feel about it. If you said something back, I would know. But that's what we are, and what has happened, and the history behind it all that we own, and how do we turn the pages for the future for the better of our people. We are really like last in a lot of areas, and we've sold our people out at times. So see it for what it is, and let's make a better tomorrow today, man. Today is for tomorrow. Peace. I'll come back with something. Bring it back. 4th of July is coming. Words written so long ago, and our forefathers, those original ones, man, they weren't looking for profit margins and different things. They were fighting for something else. And it is who we are. We still are. We have to humble ourselves, and let's get it back. Peace.